We sure
The
are.
Jamie and Joe show
Live
is live.
and in living color.
We are here. The crowd's going crazy, Joe.
Well,
Unbelievable.
They're welcoming us back. Where have they been, they said? Well, we're back. And you know why we're back? Because we are the longest running episodic duo healthy talk show on the air today.
And multiple time winner of?
Most entertaining, of course.
There's no one more entertaining.
No, never.
So we've been doing this how long?
Well, we're in double decades, I think, James.
Double decades,
Yeah,
huh?
double decades.
As I always say, our first presentation was on a cave wall, right, Joe? Now
Chalk.
look at us. We're going live. So we're live at the World of Wellness. This is your community wellness center right here in Pittsburgh, PA. Beautiful location at 2419 Baldwick
big
Road.
Screen going on here.
Hey,
too.
you know,
Look at
Phil's
that.
he's got 4 screens over there.
I know.
You know, not one, but 4. Look at him. So we're live here. We have the Wellness Weekend going on. So we have workshops here. Beautiful day out. Got free parking in the front and the rear, and also at the car wash. And we're also doing a hybrid event, you know, ever since the last 5 years. So now you can participate any which way you like.
That's right.
How do you like it, Joe?
You know, I've always liked electronic, but there's nothing better than live.
Yeah, so you can come on down
Come on
today.
down.
We got a few workshops going on throughout the day.
Come on down.
We have incredible staff at the front. We have not only Lauren and Madeline, but also Courtney at the front.
Yep.
And we have our newest member.
Hi, guys.
Here we go. Our newest member of the team, Brandon, who escaped from GNC and Vitamin Shop. We always give those guys a hard time, but without them, we wouldn't be here. So, no, Brandon, you know, earned his stripes at those great companies. Pittsburgh is the home of GNC originally, so we always got to give them a little bit of credit and
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you.
for warming them up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brandon's on the team now at World of Wellness full time, doing a great job in the
Yes,
store
he is.
already.
Yes, he
and you know, his vision of the store is to build a new store that not only has the healthcare professional formulas like Nutritional Frontiers, but also some of the retail brands, maybe like Solgar, and then also some of the newer formulas like maybe sports nutrition.
Yeah, that's a up and coming part of the store or the phase, and we're learning so much about how important muscle is to overall health.
Oh, absolutely. And
Which you've known forever.
it's always been a part of my background. Actually, this morning I was on the phone all the way to the UK with the international powerlifting champion, and she's looking to bring the formulas into the UK. So, nice thing this weekend is that you can come in and participate. We have so much free services to offer this weekend. Let's hear some of them, Joe.
Well, we have one that's right here out in the lobby. It's called, and it's our newest. It's the InBody. Now, this is a device, non-invasive, quick, takes a few minutes of your time, but it's going to give you a very critical measurement, and that's your body composition, the breakdown between lean muscle, fat, and water in the body.
Yeah, and I'm looking over it and I'm smiling because, you know, when I got into the industry and the field of wellness and personal training in the early 90s, it's 1990s, Joe, not the 1890s, but way back then we were doing BIA,
Yes.
bioimpedance analysis.
With the
Originally it was the hand
caliper.
grip, and then it was the device you'd put on the RGL where you put the electrodes on the hand and feet. And then we've evolved over the years to a futuristic, innovative technology. It's not a device, right?
Oh.
Look at this thing. This is what the world-class athletes use for getting prepped for the Olympics. The NFL teams all incorporate this. We were, you know, really, you know, introduced to this technology with the late, great guru, Dr. Tom Bilal, who used it for professional athletes. So the great thing about this technology, it's super accurate. And when I say accurate, Joe, what are we trying to find out? What are the 4 main areas that we're looking at with the new InBody that we have at World of Wellness?
Yeah, the 4 main areas are: what is your muscle mass? How much? What is the weight of it, and the percentage of it for your overall weight? And then, of course, fat. Right? There's the yin and the yang. We're going to see how much fat you actually have in your body. But then on top of that, Jane, we're going to measure intracellular and extracellular water.
Yes. Why is that important? Well, your body should be about 70%, right? 2/3 at least water. And we find is that most people, even though they say they drink a lot, the water is not going inside intracellularly, right? It's not going inside the cell. It's going outside the cell. And why is that? Well, Dr. Bob Rakowski, one of our brand ambassadors and the speaker at the Swiss Conference and Nutritional Frontiers events, Dr. Bob said years ago, the body's solution to pollution is dilution.
That's right.
So when your body is letting water outside the cells, it's trying to dilute the toxins that you are exposed to, which most are, of course, from eating products and ingesting that either with food or water, right, with fluids. So the intracellular and extracellular hydration is a key component. We know if your body is more toxic or not. And the last criteria we look at is called phase angle. Phase angle, or how healthy are your cells? And low phase angle actually really gives us a lot of insight to maybe somebody's aging more rapidly, right? I remember years ago, some of the cyclists had a phase angle of like 13, where if you're over 7, it's great. So really cool technology, InBody, available at the World of Wellness. The InBody, oftentimes you see it for $4.99. At World of Wellness, we're only charging $2.49. And then we're offering it during the events and on special the first time at $99.
Yes.
We want to get you in here to see. This technology even allows us to know that if one side of your body is out of balance with muscle, hydration, fluid intake, or holding on to fluid. So really cool. So we have InBody is one. What about the Allego scan?
Boy.
I just got email from Dr. Shannon, and it was about somebody using the Allego scan, and it was a really cool video. And I saw the end, $499.
Ooh, boy, 409. Well, you know
here's
what?
why.
It's worth it.
It's worth more. They said $9.99. They're doing it for $4.99.
Right.
And I started looking at it, and I said, "That's the same Allego scan we have."
That's right.
So Allego scan, German technology.
Yes.
And what exactly is the method of measurement? What are they using?
Well, this is a device that measures tissue densities. Now, it does it through spectrophotography. This is the measurement of light. So what they were able to do was create an algorithm by determining how much light a chemical absorbs. All chemicals absorb light at a different wavelength. So they were able to create the algorithm for 15 heavy metals, 21 minerals, and 7 vitamins. So by using this handheld device and taking a picture of the tissue of your palm, you can get the tissue densities of both nutrients and toxins. And what is nutrient deficiency and toxicity, James?
2 of the underlying causes
of
any disease.
Right. It's an amazing device.
This is some of the new innovative technology. We've had the Allego scan for a few years.
Yeah.
InBody, we've been around a long time. We just brought it into the Wellness Center. We also have Zyto, right?
Yep.
And then we have a lot of new services that we offer, including one of my favorites. When you look at the Normatec boots.
Yeah.
People put these on, and as soon as you get them off, it feels like you oiled your legs up, right?
New set of legs.
Yeah, so we have the Normatec boots. We have the cloud therapy, which is, again, going back to frequency medicine, right? So rebalance the frequencies in the body. And, of course, we have the nutrition. I think probably the biggest thing we'll talk about today as we transition into our Q4 focus is food-based supplementation, right?
Boy, yes.
So I see Harriet here having a Nutritional Frontiers Shake a Day. I finished mine. Now I'm on my water, right? So Shake a Day Club, Joe. What is the Shake a Day Club? Are you in the Shake a Day Club?
Absolutely. I'm one of the original members of the Shake a Day Club, aren't we all? Right, Phil? Now, the Shake a Day Club is very simple. The first meal of the day is the single most important meal. Everybody's been saying breakfast is the most important meal. Well, what you put in that meal is what's important. And what we want to do is we want to know exactly what we put in our breakfast. Yeah. And that's what we have in the
Because food's information.
Yes.
So whatever you eat tells your body what to do. It's the environment of the body, not your genetics. It's epigenetics, right? Where we're looking at how does your genes actually function in an environment. Give you an example. You have a brother?
Yes.
Does he smoke?
He smoked for a long, long time. He recently quit, but that's because he's now on insulin. And he's a type 2 diabetic. and he's overweight, and he had a heart attack. And he's on all kinds of meds. He's trying to go naturally, but he's listening to his doctor.
This must be your much older brother?
Let's say biologically he is, yes, but chronologically, no, he's younger.
Oh, he's younger. However, his body is older.
Yes.
No, we make light of this, but this is a serious topic because oftentimes people want to give all the responsibility to genetics.
Yes.
However, the father of functional medicine, Dr. Jeff Bland, I had the pleasure of working under his leadership when he was at HealthCom and then, of course, Metagenics and all his incredible research he did. He said, let's look at genetics. He says, in most disease states and condition, genetics accounts for about 10%. He says some unique ones, like he used sickle cell anemia as one,
Which
right?
is very unique,
Yes. And he said that up to 30%. He goes, so even in the most challenging of conditions that have a genetic predisposition, we still have 70% impact.
That's right. And we always say, yeah, the genes are an impact, but something has to trigger them. And that's what? Lifestyle, environment, and diet.
And that's what we're going to talk about. So the shake a day is really imperative to your success. You know, right now before the holidays, I'm doing 2 shakes a day. Double up to catch up, as I would say. Because we know what's coming. We'll all eat a little more rich food. So Dr. Bob taught me recently at his incredible VIP dinner in Texas. We're in Big D. And he says, look, number 1, you have to earn the cheat meal. So
I like to call it a reward meal. Earn it, right? Earn your rewards.
Yeah, earn it.
Yeah.
You have to earn it. So you have to do the shake a day every day. You have to do your walking, your exercise. You got to drink your water. You got to take your supplements. You got to eat your fruits and veggies and your lean proteins. You have to earn it, number 1. And number 2, if you're going to do it, buffer it. So if you're going to have a little bigger meal, I always say take 2 Probzyme before the meal.
Exactly.
Right? You're going to have sugar. We're going to talk about blood sugar now. What would you take if someone's going to partake in maybe splitting of a dessert, Joe?
Well, a little glucose goes a long way.
Yeah.
Right? It works before. Take it right before, take it after. Just take it. You know, and if you're going to have that glass of wine, like we know a lot of our colleagues like to have with their dinner, perfect balance is glucose.
Yeah, so they can biohack, right?
Yeah.
And use some of these really cool super biohackers that we have in these formulations. So we're going to talk about that today, of course. So if you're interested, come on down. We can do the shake a day right here at the bar. Is the bar open, Phil? Well, hey now, bar's always open. So, of course, my favorite shake a day is the JD chocolate peanut butter cup. You've had them before?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've had them because you make them all the time.
That's what I had today.
Yep.
And what's your favorite?
My favorite, I'm still going with Purple Haze, but I got to tell you, maybe.
Ooh, little Jimmy,
I love
Purple
those
Haze.
purples. Purple Haze with some vanilla whey or vanilla super shake. That's my go-to.
Another favorite by the team, of course, is the orange Dreamsicle.
Yeah, the Dreamsicle.
So utilizing any of the vanilla proteins and then adding in the pro oranges, right?
Sure.
You could also add in things like Power Fuel or any of the orange flavored beverages. So it's a really good one. Also add, of course, ice. And usually I'll mix mine with water or unsweet almond milk, depending on, you know, if I'm looking for a little more calories or not.
Make sure it's pure water, no tap water, right?
So the idea is to do a shake a day because food's information. We want to give your body information so your energy levels go up. We eliminate cravings, right? Our body is naturally burning fat for energy.
Right.
And we're assimilating all of our nutrients.
Right.
We do that by making sure we know what we're putting in our body, right? I always equate the metabolism to like building a fire in the yard, right? So if you wanted to get some kindling going, like with some sticks or maybe some paper, Joe, that burns really quick.
Sure.
So that's like sugar. All right, you put the kindling on, it burns really quick, and then what happens?
Dies out.
So you got to do what?
Do it all over again.
Yeah, here's more and more and more and more.
more.
And then if you put a log on, maybe you're lazy, it's been wet, and you didn't dry the wood out, and the log's really big, and you put that big wet log on the fire, what happens?
Takes a long time for it to burn.
Yeah, it'll probably put it out, right? That's like the big Thanksgiving meal, knocking you out.
Yes.
But if you get that fire, or in our case, our body's metabolism cooking,
Yes.
and you
The
add
machine.
some more fuel to it periodically, what happens?
Then it runs steady and strong.
What happens if you throw a little kindling in it?
Throw a little kindling, and it's going to burn out real quick.
Yeah, but nothing happens
No.
to the fire,
The
right?
fire's still burning.
And you can even
slow and steady.
sometimes throw a big log on there. It'll burn a little slower, but it will burn.
It'll burn.
So we want to treat our metabolism like that fire. So you
And
want
what
to
do most people do, Jamie, in this country for breakfast? They eat the exact opposite, sugar.
Yeah,
right?
they skip the meal or they eat
Yes.
sugar.
Sugar.
Often disguised in many things, including juice,
Yeah.
fruit,
Yeah.
sugary drinks, right? I love the breakfast bars.
Yeah.
The only bar that's really good is the one you make yourself. And you can do that where?
Right here, and you can do it in your kitchen with our recipe guide. They're available right now here at the World of Wellness. You want a hard copy? We have them. If you want an electronic version, just go to nutritionalfrontiers.com.
No matter how you want it, you can get it, right?
Get it every which
So
way you
I love the recipe guides because it makes it more exciting. It should not be a punishment.
No.
Man, you ever been called a health nut?
Yes.
By who?
Family members.
Oh, sick nuts. Yeah, by sick nuts.
By the sick nuts.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would you rather be, a health nut or a sick nut?
I'm a nut either way, so I'll go health. Okay? But make it fun. It's not a punishment. And I was talking to someone earlier. She had a lot of pain, polymyalgia. And we started having a conversation. I didn't go right for the supplement. We have X-Flame.
Yes.
We have SPMs. We have HA+. I asked her about her diet. Let's start with what you drink other than water, right?
Yeah.
I said any sugary drinks like juice or soda. I could tell by the expression on her face. Drinks a lot of soda.
Lots of soda.
And that creates a lot of pain.
Sure does.
So food and beverages is information, and we want to make sure we give the body the right food so that we are addressing the underlying causes. Here's the shake a day, Joe.
Here it is.
No matter what, you want margarita, there you go. Ultimate shake, pineapple coconut with the greens. You want Reese's peanut butter cup, use peanut butter super shake with chocolate greens.
Yes.
Orange dreamsicle, how would you put that one together?
Orange dreamsicle, I would use, now we have the vanilla ultimate shake right with the pro oranges. 1-2 punch.
Yeah. You want to get wild and crazy? How about the caramel vanilla ice cream,
Ooh,
Nido Keto?
Keto.
So if you're a little newer to having a shake, go with the one that tastes incredible. It tastes like ice cream. Why? It's high fat.
Yes.
And the idea is when you give the body fat, it'll burn fat.
Right.
So we want to eliminate the sugar, Joe. So we're talking about blood sugar management. Just give us a quick overview on a couple of these formulas.
Yeah, on blood sugar management, we're going to approach it from a couple of different angles. As we mentioned, glucolyze. As you see here, top left, first one, it's our foundation formula for managing blood sugar. It's got ingredients that have been tested, that have studies that are proven. We have just the right amount of cinnamon in there, right?
We'll go through the ingredients. So
Nutriglutide.
glucolyze you would take so your body can
Yeah.
better process sugars. Because what happens with blood sugar, disease or, dysfunction is that the blood, the sugar's in the blood. We want to get it in the cells. So the reason this would happen is, one, too much sugar consumption, and number two, not really efficient at getting it in the cell.
That's right.
So we want to address it from the overconsumption of sugar first, and then make the cells more sensitive to insulin and be able to absorb more sugar so it gets burned in the mitochondria of the cell.
Right.
So we have glucolyze, which is the foundation. What about the Nutriglutide?
Nutriglutide, we went a step further with this for people that need help with not just blood sugar and insulin resistance, but with stress and cortisol.
Oh, anyone you know? Why are you looking at me?
Well, stress, everybody has stress, right? And cortisol is a hormone that is produced during fight or flight. And most people never get out of that fight or flight.
Especially what I've found for myself and many other people that I've worked with over the years, when they're running high with stress and eating, it's usually done between 6 and 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You find that to be the case?
Yeah.
Because cortisol is shooting up when it should be calming down at night. So you get that little buzz, peanut butter cup blizzard almost calms it down, but it doesn't quite work, right? And then you feel terrible afterwards.
Afterwards.
So we want to make sure we're managing that stress. It's not your fault, folks. We live in a stressful world.
We sure
Jesus,
do.
everything's stressful.
Well, you know, the body doesn't know the difference between the types of stress. There's physical stress, there's chemical, there's emotional, and there's invisible. You know what invisible stress is? These things. So there's all kinds, but your body doesn't know the difference. It just reacts to stress.
Yeah, and we got some really innovative new formulas, Berberine Plus, which is a liquid combination of berberine and cinnamon. We also have the Pro Oranges, probably the best drink out there in the world for energy, not stimulants, but for cellular energy, brain energy, blood sugar, and weight and adrenals. This formula is fantastic. You can use it to fortify your protein shakes or to help with water and drink some nutrients too. It also prevents flavor fatigue.
Sure does.
People say, water's boring. Put a scoop of oranges in it and you get excited. The nice thing is it tastes like Tang. You've been around for a few years, Joe, of course. So great flavor and highly nutrient-dense formula. And then neuropathy. So if you're dealing with diabetic neuropathies or any kind of neuropathies, that's usually the nerve endings are coated with sugar. The advanced glycosylated end products, they corrode like a battery that's worn out or, you know, in a flashlight. Sugar will corrode the tips. That's why people's fingertips or toes
Start tingling. Huh?
Yeah, start tingling. Sometimes are amputated. So that's severe. So let's talk about the formulas. Glucolyze.
So glucolyze. Jamie said that there's two things you got to do. You got to reduce the intake of sugar, but you also have to efficiently process glucose into the cells. There's the nutrients in here that assist with that. Right at the top is chromium. Chromium's like that gatekeeper. It opens up to allow insulin to drive that glucose in there. And because chromium is a trace mineral, James, it's depleted. And
well, on the Oligo Scan, in the world of wellness, we're at the Wellness Week now. The Oligo Scan, we find 100% of the time, people will have diabetes, 1, 2, or 3, pre-diabetic, or weight issues. Where's their chromium levels?
Below. It's in the red. There's none.
0.0.
It's bad. Yes.
No chromium. So that mineral can have dramatic changes for somebody by itself. Cinnamon goes way back to Diabetes Care 2003. 1, 3, or 6 grams of cinnamon. Managed blood sugars 18 to 29%. There's been hundreds of studies since then utilizing, but it's the dosing of the cinnamon is important. And then it's a form of nutrients. Think of alpha lipoic acid. A lot of people know that'll help clean the nerve endings. And
that's just what you were talking about,
right?
The glycation.
Yeah,
Yes.
for neuropathies.
Yes.
But there's 2 forms of alpha lipoic acid. When you see alpha lipoic acid, it's 50% alpha, 50% R alpha. The R alpha is the bioavailable form. So this is 100% R alpha lipoic acid. Rarely do you see that in our field, Joe.
Rarely is right.
Geneva, Silvestri, awesome.
An herb that's been around forever for blood sugar.
So let's talk about dosing on the glucolyze.
Yes, dosing is very simple. 2 capsules twice a day. I would do 2 capsules with lunch and 2 with dinner, 2 with breakfast, 2 with lunch. Either way, doesn't matter. But you need the 4. That gets you the 1 gram of cinnamon.
I like to give 2 with the shake in the morning.
Okay.
And 2 with dinner.
Okay.
Right?
Works.
Real nice way to balance that out. It's easier to take at home. That way some people on the road may not get it in.
Oh, that's a good point.
Now, speaking of dosing, Nutriglutide I found for me personally works the best at around 3 o'clock or my afternoon, second shake of the day. Why do I take it in the afternoon? Because I want to manage cortisol as I'm leaving work and getting into that danger window from 6 to 9 p.m.
That's right.
So what I find when I do the Nutriglutide at that time of the day, I don't eat nearly as much, even of healthy food. I just feel fuller. So cinnamon, a similar profile with cinnamon and chromium in there. Why is that, Joe?
There's still the foundation, Jim. You still want to make sure we're utilizing the glucose that we have in intake. They have to be part of the formula.
In this really innovative formula, the Nutriglutide, we didn't just use cinnamon.
No.
We use Synsulin.
Synsulin, which is a patented, research trademarked form of cinnamon that allows you to use less for better absorption.
Yeah, it's 10 times more bioavailable than cinnamon, right?
10 times.
So when you utilize that form, more bioavailability, better results. So chromium and cinnamon in this formula, the special version of it. And of course, berberine we use in here. Years ago, we used berberine for what? Candida.
Candida, which is fungus, sugar overgrowth.
Right. And now we realize we made the connection between why you would do berberine and why it would help not only kill off candida, but help with blood sugar and weight.
Right.
I just went back on the Candikill. I want to make sure, again, pre-event next month. I'm getting back into my fighting shape, Joe. I always got a couple up my sleeve. But, of course, Candikill, and I just went back on the Nutriglutide because this will actually cut back on your appetite by cooling down and balancing blood sugar with chromium, cinnamon, and berberine. Then, of course, we get into managing cortisol with 2 PRTs.
2, not
the
1.
sensoryl ashwagandha and the suntheanine L-theanine. We're working by 2 mechanisms of action, 1 amino acid and 1 herb. One of these herbs by itself would be fantastic. We put them together to get the synergistic effect.
Yeah, and ashwagandha has been used a long time. It's an Ayurvedic herb, and it's an adaptogen. So wherever you need it, that's where it's going to go.
And we didn't stop there. Capsamax, the red hot chili pepper, studied at UCLA under a colleague of mine, Dr. Amy Lee, medical doctor. And she did thousands of patients on that ingredient by itself. So a significant weight loss, anywhere between 8 up to 25 pounds in only 12 weeks by that ingredient by itself. Then the Certmax, this works on sirtuin genes and cools down the pro-inflammatory fat cells. Really important because those fat cells make a lot of hormones that actually make you store more fat. So Nutriglutide, 2 capsules per day. Love it. Studies on every one of those 6 patented, trademarked ingredients.
6 in one formula.
Yeah, which is 6 more than usually 6.
That's right.
Berberine Plus, if you want to go a
As you
liquid option here, we have the berberine plus cinnamon in a liquid herbal tincture.
Right.
You can pop it into your water. You can drink it straight. You can make teas out of it. So people like the flexibility with the liquid herbs. And sometimes for people that are getting fatigue from too many capsules and too many supplements, they like the liquid herbs. You can combine this with Nutriglutide, with glucolyze, or as a standalone. The other unique formula that we highlighted for a minute, Joe, was the neuropathies, easing the neuropathy pain. Right. So let's hear how this works. 3 mechanisms of action.
3 mechanisms, and it's always multiple mechanisms of action. So the B vitamins that are in neuropathies, and very specifically the B1 vitamin that's in here, they're in there for a specific reason. They're going to calm down those nerve endings and prevent your body from building that up. It can be used preventatively. It can be used therapeutically. You see there, Boswellia serrata? That is actually frankincense, probably the single most used essential oil in the world.
When did you first read about that, Joe?
Yeah, what was those 3 guys, right? What, are they 3 wise men? Yeah.
Here's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them right here. They had frankincense, myrrh, and gold. But guess what, James? That gold was probably curcumin.
Oh, well, there we go, Joe. Learning something new every day.
Yeah.
So I love this formula to help people out. If you need a acute therapeutic dose, we'll do 6 a day, right? And then you can bring it down to 4, see how you do. But a lot of people, especially if you've been on medication for this, for pain, nerve pain, neurotin, things like that, you probably need to go to about 6 a day, right?
Yes.
So love the neuropathies. This is more of a customized formula for certain people. Then, of course, the Pro Oranges. Use it as your drink, right? Get off the energy drinks.
Right.
Get off all the caffeinated drinks.
Right.
You want something to help you out with the neurotransmitters in your brain. You get a non-caffeinated pop. It's a lot more mental energy from this and cellular energy. We have DMG in here, green coffee bean, which will balance blood sugar. CoQ10, which contributes to ATP, cellular energy, right? The sensoryl ashwagandha.
There it is again.
We have multiple 3 formulas: Thyro Complete, Pro Oranges, and Nutriglutide. I love the sensory. I can tell when I take that in the oranges, Thyro Complete I take, and of course the Nutriglutide. And I love the combination of things like inositol, taurine, ginseng. So, blood sugar, we talked about the food and how food's information. And if you give your body the right food, such as, let's just start with Super Shake and Pro Oranges. What your body's going to get is a nice influx of nutrients, right? That a volume that your body can handle, right? And your body can not only absorb it, assimilate it, get it inside the cells and have it work, and then excrete any byproducts from those processes, right? So when you do that with the right foods, now hormonally you're starting to work well, starting with insulin, right? And then glucagon, right? The GLP-1 medications, right? Because glucagon-like peptides, they want to control those hormones. So your body becomes a fat-burning machine, not a fat storage machine. And sometimes we have to go into more of the hormones action. So adrenal glandular to support the adrenal glands, of course. We have Thyro Complete, which supports what?
Thyro Complete supports the entire endocrine system. It says Thyro Complete, but that really means it's going to help with the pituitary, the hypothalamus, the adrenals, and the thyroid, the whole endocrine system. I call it the fat axis, spelled PHAT, right?
I love it,
Fat
Joe.
axis, yes. Because you know what? We don't need to treat organs and systems outside of the body. This is holistic. You treat the whole thing.
And we have two really cool new formulas, right? So we took the Testa 180, that is for men and women.
Yeah.
That will help and work by three mechanisms of action. We're trying to increase natural testosterone production and available testosterone, right?
Stimulate the body's production, right?
And we do that by increasing testosterone with things in there like horny goat weed, right? We actually use the tribulus from Bulgaria, right? We utilize nutrients in there like maca. So these are all going to increase your body's natural testosterone pool. We also want to increase circulation. So things in there like ginkgo and arginine and citrulline, right? Things that will help with circulation. Then a really key component is the T to E ratio, testosterone, estrogen. So we took the Testa 180 as the foundation formula, and then we made two customs out of it, the fertility and the virility, when we added in glandulars. And why is that?
Well, when you add in a glandular, whether it's an adrenal or an ovarian or a testicular glandular, it provides the nutrients that your gland will recognize, nucleic acids and enzymes, the things that gland needs to be effective and efficient. So you're actually supplying it right into the body.
Yeah, you're giving the nutrients the body needs so it can operate.
Specific to that gland.
Yeah, not only survive, but thrive. Optimal function, maximum human production, right? We're trying to get the body to operate like it's supposed to.
Right.
And we only use glandulars from New Zealand. We use some from South America. However, the adrenal and the thyroid have to come from New Zealand. That is the purest source that we found in the world. Our main supplier has been bringing glandulars into the country since 1970.
Yes.
I was running around in diapers, Joe. You were just a toddler
I was
back
in high
then.
school back then.
Yeah, it's okay. But we've been working with glandulars for a long time. Very therapeutic. They are very potent and also very safe to take.
Yes, very safe to take. And it's like I said, your body recognizes these nutrients, and that's why it helps so well.
So you mentioned Thyro Complete. It's more than just thyroid support,
that's
right?
Yes, Thyro Complete, as we said, addresses that whole endocrine system. And it's good that we do that because it really has a trickle-down effect. At the top, you have the pituitary. And then it does its job, and the hypothalamus works better. And it does its job, the adrenals will work better, and then the thyroid at the end will also work better if you address the whole system.
Yeah, and that's really the key on this is that Nutritional Frontiers, we use multiple ingredients, multiple PRTs, so we get a synergistic, comprehensive solution and better compliance. You don't have to take 6, 7, 8 different products when you take one or two formulations.
Right.
So that's an example. The Fertility by Dr. Verdialis. Fantastic formula. So not only if you're trying to get pregnant, but also for a female who wants to balance their hormones and give their body some more energy, right? And give those hormones the ability to operate like they're supposed to.
Yeah, Jamie, you don't have to take this if just like you said for pregnancy, because you want the ovaries to work efficiently throughout your life. The better they work, the less susceptible to disease.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Some of the ingredients she really likes, like the myo-inositol, right? The research on that is fascinating, right? Helps not only with pregnancy, right, fertility issues, but also the neurotubal defects, right, that people are having.
Yes.
So maybe if you're able to conceive but not hold the pregnancy as health, or to a full term, right?
Right.
So these nutrients are vital. She's an OBGYN and also a naturopath.
And a fertility specialist.
Yes, number one in the country with her background. There's nobody else that's above her.
No, she's the best. She adds the right nutrients in there, and they're getting tremendous results, our doctors, with that formula.
And the formula is fantastic. I've been using this since Dr. V brought it out. I think it helps a lot with strength, recovery, libido, function. This is great. We took the Testa 180 and added in the glandular right to the formulation. So we had a formula that already worked well, and now we made it work even better.
Even better. Add that glandular.
So what is the secret killer, Joe? We have a few minutes left. Let's wrap up the quarter here. We're talking about the secret killer. What is that?
Inflammation. You know, that article you just showed there, Jamie, that article is in 1984, I believe. Oh, no, 2004. 84 was the American Heart Association. But look at this. In 2004, now that's 20 years ago, they knew then that heart disease was based on inflammation in the body. Look at that.
Yeah, and it always goes back to stress, right?
Sure does.
So when the body's under stress, the hormones are going to be out of balance, blood sugars are out of balance, and now it affects our sleep, number one, vital for recovery, for growth hormone production,
right,
for repair and detoxification. And it's not only how long you sleep, but the quality of sleep, right?
Getting into that REM sleep.
Yeah. So now we're looking at type 3 diabetes. The brain's on fire with inflammation. So dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all these things tied into the brain being on fire, right? And then people's moods off. It's very common to hear someone say, I have anxiety.
Yes.
I have ADD. My ADHD is acting up, right? Folks, it's okay to have emotions, number one. Now, if they are debilitating or overwhelming, that's when you need medical attention, right? We've helped people in these situations. Usually it's adrenal fatigue, right? People are burnt out. You can't take any more on. So the first thing you do is stop the bleeding, right?
Yes.
You need to change the environment. However, we're living in this world that's addicted to comfort, right? We're adverse to adversity. And what we really want is this, Joe. Everyone wants to feel like this. When you're just straight flatline, what are you?
When you're flatline, you're gone. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have moods like that, like a robot.
No.
We're going to have up days, down days, and many things each day, like a roller coaster. Now, of course, if it's overwhelming, right, you want to change the environment. And you also want to use nutrients because the most important thing are B vitamins. You ever hear someone say they have a chemical imbalance?
Yeah, all the time.
Do they tell them that there's a way that they can fix it?
No.
B vitamins are the building blocks for all your brain chemicals. So if you're going to make chocolate chip cookies, you would need chocolate chips, sugar, and flour. If you're going to make brain chemicals, like what?
Oh, chemicals like serotonin, like dopamine, feel-good chemicals.
GABA, norepinephrine, epinephrine, right? All these brain chemicals. If you're going to make those, you need B vitamins. Those are the building blocks for all your neurotransmitters. The challenge is B vitamins are water-soluble. We have to consume them daily.
That's right.
And most things people do to manage stress don't have B vitamins, and they further deplete them. So we're really swimming upstream.
Yeah.
So we made the Super B Complete. We'll talk about it in a minute. Number one formula for people with an overworked mind.
Yes.
Calm day, exactly what it says it is. Mother's Little Helper.
Mother's Little Helper, Natural Xanax.
Yeah,
there
those are some of the nicknames.
Yep.
Mood Boost, which was the formerly known as Mood Lift. That's really helps if you're really deep and down in the dumps. We can help pull you back up. And then Sleep Time, one of my favorite formulas to help me sleep at night. And all really under the foundation of the Adrenamax to help modulate the adrenal glands. So let's hear, why is the Super B Complete so unique?
Stress starts with your body's number one defense. You need B vitamins to fight stress, to, let's say, to control or handle the stress.
To
right?
handle stress.
Handle stress. You need them every day. And like you said, you need the whole family of B vitamins.
It's not only stress, the brain needs B vitamins to work.
Yeah.
It needs them to build neurotransmitters, brain chemicals. So if you know that, it doesn't even matter the stress you're under. Wouldn't you want your brain to have the building blocks it needs? Exactly. Unfortunately, you're not going to get them in the foods these days, so you need the supplement. This is an example of a formula that's really inexpensive, about $1 a day, that you will feel a difference within a week.
Oh, yeah,
we have a very complex formula here that has all the B vitamins in the right dosing and in the right form. I think the form is even more important than the dosing. And we have the original B15 pangamic acid, otherwise known as
DMG. Damn mighty good.
Yes. So Super B Complete, very simple formula. The next one is an herbal base, the Adrenamax.
Now, you got to talk about this one, because I remember 10, 12 years ago when you first came out with this, you were seeing a lot of people here at the Wellness Center, and every college student you saw, you had them on Adrenamax.
Oh, absolutely. Overworked mind, not sleeping at night, stressed, and no more left in the tank.
That's right.
In addition, my goddaughter, Jamie Lee from New York City, she's a marathon runner and works in corporate America in New York City. Could you imagine the adrenaline she's running on? Yeah. Right. So if you're running on adrenaline, caffeine, nicotine, sugar, and just pure blood, sweat, and tears for too long, you need the Adrenamax. This will rebuild your adrenal glands, just like your cell phone. Sometimes you go to charge it, and the charger doesn't even make it work. It's totally tapped out. You got to give it about 5 minutes before the lights come on. That's how Adrenamax works. It helps rebuild your body's reserves so it can handle more of life's overwhelming, at times, stress and demands it puts on itself.
Exactly.
So if you're not sleeping great, the last few pounds you're trying to lose, if you're stressed out more, you don't feel like you're in your groove, I would do 1 large bottle of Adrenamax with the Super B Complete, and call me in the morning. So what about people that can't fall asleep, Joe, or fall asleep and wake up at night?
Yeah, there's really 2 parts to sleep deprivation, and you just named them. A lot of times they have trouble falling asleep, but I think even more than that, people have trouble staying asleep because the mind doesn't shut off, that racing mind. And that's what we can address with Sleep Time. We address both aspects.
Oh,
getting excited, talking with the hands, both aspects of sleep. Falling asleep and staying asleep.
This is a passionate guy right here. I tell you what. Seriously, we've seen so many people, including myself, suffer from insomnia. What happens? Weight goes up, energy goes down, cravings go up, muscle goes down, your metabolic rate goes down.
Yes.
So you need to fall asleep and stay asleep. Some of it's the environment, right?
Sure.
You spend a 30 life in bed. You should have a really high quality mattress. Most people's cars cost 10 times the amount that they'll spend on a bed, right? So you need a good quality of bed, right?
Yes.
You need a good mattress. You need good pillows. Where can you get a good pillow, Joe?
Right here at the World of Wellness, we'll measure you and make one exactly to fit your needs and sleep patterns.
So a lot of things that are tied into the environment, sometimes noise, TVs, cell phones, maybe going to bed with, some of those unresolved situations you should have addressed during the day. And you need the right nutrients. So Sleep Time works on multiple mechanisms of action.
Yes.
So it's going to help calm the mind, relax the body, and then start to balance out dopamine and serotonin. And a PSE, a positive side effect of balancing those brain chemicals out, is what?
Is a restful sleep. Absolutely get into a REM sleep.
So you can start with 1 cap on Sleep Time. If that doesn't work, go to 2. That doesn't work. The next night, go to 3. You will not need more than 3 caps a day.
No.
Nice thing is we have a sister formula called Calm Day. And how would you use Calm Day versus Sleep Time, Joe? What's the difference?
Calm Day is the exact same mind relaxing formula that's in Sleep Time without the fall asleep components like 5-HTP and melatonin. So it's going to work on the mind, relax the mind during the day. Calm Day is your daytime companion. And many times, Jamie, people are taking Calm Day during the day and don't need sleep time at night because they're calming the racing mind.
Another positive side effect of using the Calm Day with the Super B or Calm Day with Sleep Time and Super B is that people say that their cravings are going down.
Yes.
That's because of rebalancing of the brain chemicals,
Yes.
serotonin and dopamine. When those are more balanced, you feel better. This will make you calm but not make you sleepy. So we talked about the sleep time, of course. Mood boost, really interesting. We did a couple case studies on this years ago. We found that HTP, hydroxytryptophan, will actually increase tryptophan and then help the conversion to serotonin. But it breaks down very quick. So you get that initial boost, you start to feel better, and then you drop off quick.
Right.
However, Dr. Len and the team found years ago some really cool research that showed one of the key ingredients if you want to maintain serotonin levels at optimal levels is to add in ginkgo biloba. This is critical because it actually helps expand and extend the time which serotonin is active in the brain. You like that one,
I
huh,
do
Joe?
like that. Yep. And then you know what? A little magnesium. Everybody's deficient, right? You got to have some magnesium in your body because we're all deficient in magnesium.
So if you're feeling down, you're depressed, and just not feeling your best, sometimes a good thing to do would be mood boost, 4 per day with 2 of the Super B complete per day.
Sometimes they'll ask, what's the difference? Calm Day, mood boost. Well, I always say Calm Day is more anxiety. Mood boost is where you're feeling down, a little depressed. That's when you know the difference.
Well, I love it, Joe. You did an incredible job. Welcome back.
I didn't know I was gone.
Oh, well,
We were gone.
We're gone for a short period of time. So
we're back.
Welcome back. We're live at the World of Wellness, of course. This is the Wellness Weekend going on. We have some great people here in the audience. And we're excited that we're going to have testing going on.
Yes,
right?
testing going on today and tomorrow.
You want to highlight some of that?
Sure. Well, we have the in-body here out front. We have the Allego
Well, we
scan.
have 2 guests right here. These 2 young...
Oh, what kind of
These 2 young ladies.
Are they
we're
twins?
We're going to put them on the in-body
Yeah.
and see how they do. So hold on. We got to get the shoes off and get your prepped, of course. But with the in-body, we also have the Allego scan. We have the Zyto. We have some cool therapies like the infrared sauna, the compression boots.
We never even mentioned the infrared
cloud
sauna.
therapy.
Yes.
A lot of great things. Plus, the juice bar is open.
Yes.
We have a full team here to help you out.
And we got lunch starting at 11.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Lunch is here.
Did you cook?
No, but I vetted them. They're good.
All right.
Yeah.
You trained them.
Yes.
Good. You're a great trainer. So thanks so much, Joe. Incredible job. Come on down, folks. We're here. If you can't make it in, all you need to do is call the office at 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. Or you go on our website, which is wowpgh.com, wowpgh.com. Or simply come on down, 2419 Baldwick Road. We're open today till 5, tomorrow Saturday until 4 p.m.
Yep. Come on down. We'd love to see